Welcome to this deep dive where we're going to unpack how ancient Greek and Roman epic literature offers some surprising insights, fresh ways to read the New Testament.
Yeah, it's a really unique lens, isn't it? Looking at them side by side, we'll explore these big contrasts, how heroes work, family, even the politics of heaven.
Right. And it all leads to this really thought-provoking idea about where, real eternity actually comes from.
You find the New Testament isn't just talking about these epic themes, it's actively redefining them, sometimes even, well, turning them upside down.
Okay, so let's dive in with that first one. Power and anger and this idea of an upside-down hero.
Mm-hmm.
So in Homer's world, think Achilles. The strongest hero gets insulted, gets angry, and boom, the whole Trojan War kind of pivots on that anger.
Right, that's what you might call epic logic. You've got immense power, someone wounds your honor, and the result is conflict, dominance, retribution, really.
But the New Testament just seems to flip that completely, doesn't it? How does it show us a different kind of hero?
It totally reworks it. I mean, instead of flexing power, showing strength, Jesus steps down.
Down. How so?
Well, he washes his disciples' feet, for one. He deliberately eats with people on the margins, outsiders. And ultimately, he goes to the cross.
Okay, so if you're reading your Homer, that looks like losing. Big time.
Exactly. Utter defeat by epic standards. Weakness, even. But the New Testament calls it victory.
Victory. Why?
Because it breaks that cycle, that endless loop of revenge and getting even. It lays the groundwork for a totally new kind of community, one built on self-giving, not self-assertion.
So when Jesus says things like the last will be first,
Mm-hmm.
it's not just a nice saying, it's like an epic remix.
Precisely. The hero wins by giving himself away, transforms the situation instead of just, conquering it.
Okay, that makes sense. And this different kind of hero, that must lead to a different kind of community or family.
It absolutely does. Think about the epics again. It's all about dynasties, right?
Yeah.
Fathers, sons, heirs, bloodlines, family drama is everywhere.
Yeah, who your father was, who you fought for, that defined you.
Belonging came by birth, or maybe by sheer muscle, by conquest. Your heritage was key.
So if you grew up on those stories, how revolutionary would the New Testament idea of family feel?
Hugely different. Because it says belonging isn't about blood, it comes by promise, by the Spirit. We become children of God through grace. We're adopted.
Adopted, so it's like moving from, I don't know, a throne you have to fight for based on who you are,
Right.
to maybe a table that just invites you in, regardless of your background.
Exactly that. It shifts the whole basis of identity. From something exclusive you inherit to something inclusive you receive. It's grace-given.
Wow. Okay, let's scale that up then to the politics of heaven. In the epics, the gods are always, well, interfering, aren't they?
Oh, constantly. Arguing, picking sides in human wars, nudging history this way and that. And when heaven's divided like that,
Earth gets pretty messy.
definitely.
Yeah.
Chaos, uncertainty. But here again, the New Testament presents a striking contrast. Everything centers on one Lord.
The crucified and risen Jesus.
Yes. And think about the book of Revelation. It uses the imagery of those big Roman imperial parades, the triumphs,
Yeah.
but it flips the central figure. Instead of conquering general on a war horse who's on the throne,
This is the Lamb.
the lamb, a symbol of sacrifice, peace, innocence. That's not just symbolism. It fundamentally redefines divine power as redemptive and unified. And that, in turn, changes how we see power on earth.
That is a profound shift. From top to bottom, okay, maybe the biggest contrast then. Where does eternity come from? That ultimate human question.
Mm-hmm.
Epics often seem to say you get a taste of forever through glory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Win great battles, build amazing cities, leave a famous name.
They carve your name in stone, quite literally sometimes. That's your immortality, your legacy.
But Scripture seems to say almost the opposite.
Completely the opposite, really.
Huh.
It says true eternity, lasting life, doesn't come from our achievements or our glory. It comes through one person, Jesus.
And specifically through his resurrection.
Yes, anchored entirely in the claim that he physically actually rose from the dead.
Yeah.
The logic is, if his resurrection is real history, then those who belong to him, his family,
The adopted ones.
exactly, they will also share in a bodily forever life. It's not about the monuments you build, it's about the life he gives.
So epics chase immortality through human glory. The New Testament offers it through Jesus' resurrection.
That's the core distinction, yeah. We've seen today how the New Testament isn't just ignoring the epics, it's actively engaging them, reworking these huge ideas of heroism, family, power, legacy.
Offering a fundamentally different path to meaning and to eternity itself.
So maybe the thought to leave with is this: if the epics encouraged you to carve your name in stone through great deeds and lasting fame, what does it really mean for Jesus through his resurrection to carve your name, not in stone, but in God's eternal kingdom? It really makes you think. What kind of legacy truly endures?